I was wondering what would break first. Your spirit? Or your body?
Hey folks, it's Jiraiya again on New Comic Book Day, baby. And first up, we have Batman and Robin number 25. Now, to be honest, I haven't read 1 through 24, but because this is coinciding with Matt Fraction's Batman as far as, a new arc, a new beginning for the Batman, we get to see some of that challenge in Batman's personality and who he is, as much as who he is as Batman and Bruce Wayne, as well as those around him. Now, in Batman and Robin, first things first, a gentleman by the name of Psy, right, is released from prison. He goes, he digs up a key, and then he kind of just disappears. And then we circle back to Gotham. Batman and Robin are, on the hunt for a couple mob bosses, primarily, in this case, Tiger Shark, which honestly, I always thought, I just think he looks like a luchador because he just got, the red bandana. But anyways, it's very clear that Batman and Robin are just basically operating, as a tight, cohesive unit once again. And the cool thing, right, because like we saw in Batman number 1, in Batman and Robin, right, afterwards, Batman says to Robin, hey, hold up, before we go home, I want you to look at the sky for a second. In Gotham, the sky only looks like this on certain days. It's very rare. You only know it's going to happen when it's going to rain, this, and that. And he says to Robin, I want you to have a life outside of Batman and Robin, and I'm going to give that to you. And he also tells him, I'm proud of you, and I think you need to hear that more from me, not just as Batman, but as your father, right? You are my son. You are, yes, you're Robin, but you are my son. You are a Wayne, right? And I love that. That's what we all want to see out of Batman and Robin, Bruce and Damian, father and son, and it touches my heart just so much. Love you, Dad. If you ever watch this video, love you, Dad. You're my hero. But fast forward, Penguin's celebrating because Batman basically took out Tiger Shark for him. He's taken over his territory, and at the same time, right, that lowly gentleman who was released from prison shows back up, knocks on the door, says, hey, I need to talk to the Penguin. Does he still hold court here, right? Now, we're going to pause right there, move back over to Batman and Robin, Bruce and Damian. After their little stunt, after their little strike on Tiger Shark, Batman's like, hey, you want to go see a movie? Let's go do father and son stuff. And he's like, are you sure? Like, what's on? He's like, yeah, we'll find out. Who cares? And he's like, okay, but what if Gotham's attacked? He's like, we don't. He's like, they're probably going to be celebrating. We should take a moment. It's very rare to have these moments as father and son in Gotham. So he agrees, and he's like, okay, what theater? And obviously, Bruce picks the Monarch Theater. Now, that's not as important as you would think, but it is still very significant, obviously being the place where Batman was born. Now, fast forward, they're at the movie, they're just talking back and forth, what if something happens? And he's just like, hey, relax, I know I'm nervous, but we don't get to do this a lot. Let's go just enjoy the night. And so they do, right? There's a little nod to the alleyway and what happened, but as far as, Batman and Robin, they're enjoying the movie. Now let's go back to our mysterious stranger. Our mysterious stranger, offends one of the henchmen, and, the henchman pulls a gun, and all hell breaks loose. And the henchman takes out absolutely everybody. And he's saying a mantra to himself, like a quiet prayer. So he's clearly very religious, and he's very, very skilled. Very much so, because he took out absolutely everybody. And it just ends on that quiet cliffhanger that this guy is now in town and is going to be, the big bad for at least this next arc. I have no idea who he is. I thought it might be John Paul Valley, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't do all that, and I'm pretty sure his name's not. They think they call him Psy. But let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think this is John Paul Valley? Do you guys think this is some new guy on the block? Do you guys know who Psy is? Because it's very clear that Psy, has some history with the Penguin. Maybe he's a former henchman. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Let's move on to the next one. And we have Absolute Batman number 12. Now, not a very action-heavy issue. We pick up right where we left off as far as issue number, I believe, 10, where, Croc and Batman have escaped, and they just got to Arc M, but at the same time, Bane has just put a number on, the crime alley kids. Now, the biggest thing we need to see here is, obviously, we see what has been done to Waylon Jones. He's been turned into a monstrous, even for Killer Croc, a monstrous version of himself. But it turns out Bane has had a profound impact on every one of the crime alley kids, Selena Kyle excluded. Oswald Cobblepot, he broke every bone in his body, and they made sure to save all the internal organs. So the entire goal was to just break him physically, right? And they say, hey, he might never, he's going to lose 2 feet of height. He's going to be in pain the rest of his life. Very similar to the standard issue. Penguin, right? Harvey Two-Face, straight out of the Dark Knight, burned him alive, let him know, like, hey, man, like, yeah, you might be a lawyer, but you're still one of Batman's friends. I don't care. I'm going to burn you. And man, does Harvey Dent, at least now, as he says in the comic, half hates Batman, half hates Bruce, right? Lastly, I think one of the most interesting things is that he broke Riddler mentally, right? Nigma basically was challenged by Bane to a mind game. And it's, Nigma says, hey, he beat me in less than a minute. And from there, he just shook me and shook me. But what I found there was intelligence. Bang, he says. And, facts became questions. And now he's building something, right? He's building, the beginning of like his Riddler bot. I'd imagine maybe he's going to transfer his mind into a Riddler body or a robot body. We will see. But at the same time, all this is happening and Bruce is checking up on all of them, right? Obviously, he's really sorry. He's really upset. He's thinking about closing everything down. And Alfred Pennyworth reminds him, he's like, hey, you are in it now. You have to fight, right? And at the same time, Pennyworth is telling him, he's like, hey, we need to take care of whatever they did to you. It seems like they have venom boosters and injectors in your spine, and he's constantly battling these little seizures, because of the venom and because of the experiments they did on him. But before everything, cuts off at the end, they find out the alarm has been tripped. They get ready to go to battle, right? Batman's got his axe and his gadgets. Alfred Pennyworth brings out the minigun, and they're confronted, but not by Bane. It's actually Selena Kyle showing up for the first time as Catwoman. Now, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys, honestly, let me know in the comments down below, because I thought this was a great issue. It's obviously leading up to something, but do you think Batman is the reason that his friends become villains? Let me know in the comments down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. What? We'll put that in the bloopers.